small, some are colorful, and some have lots of legs. They live in different places all over the world. What minibees do you know? How many legs does a butterfly have? How many eyes does a spider have? Which minibees has a hole on its back? A minibees is a small animal with no backbone. It's an invertebrate. Scientists put them into different groups. The biggest group is the arthropods. Arthropods have 6 or more legs. Some arthropods are insects. Insects have 6 legs. There are more than 1 million types of insects. Some examples are bees, beetles, ants, flies, and grasshoppers. Some arthropods are arachnids. Arachnids have 8 legs. Scorpions and spiders are arachnids. Some arthropods are myriapods. They have lots of legs. Centipedes and millipedes are myriapods. Centipedes have 2 legs on each body section, and millipedes have 4 legs on each body section. Some minibees don't have legs. Snails and slugs don't have legs. They're mollusks. Earthworms and leeches don't have legs, but they have lots of body sections. They're annelids. Most insect bodies have 3 parts: a head, a thorax, and an abdomen. A head has eyes and a mouth. A thorax has legs and wings. Insects don't have any bones, but they have a hard cover. This hard cover is called an exoskeleton. Insects grow, but their exoskeleton can't grow. When an exoskeleton is too small, it comes off. Then an insect grows a new, bigger exoskeleton. Insects can use their bodies to hide from the birds and other animals. They don't want the other animals to eat them. This is called camouflage. Look at this spider. It looks like a tree. Now can you see it? How can they thought about hiding from the other animals? See one more example. This minibee looks like a ladybug, but it was a spider. This camouflage was not for hiding, it was for hunting. Most insects have 2 very big eyes. They can't see clearly, but they can see things move very well. Some insects have extra eyes and can only see light and dark. Some minibees have antennae on their head. They use their antenna to feel and touch things. They can also smell food with their antenna. Butterflies have a very long tongue called the proboscis. They use their tongue to taste and drink nectar in flowers. Butterflies can also taste with their feet. Some babies are larvae. Beetle, butterfly, and bee babies are larvae. After a few weeks, they become pupa. Then they become insects with wings like their parents. This is an egg of the butterfly. It's only about 1 millimeter tall. About 8 days later, it becomes larva. About 17 days later, it becomes pupa. Then it becomes a butterfly. This is a butterfly. Some minibees work together in groups. Leafcutter ants work together in groups. First, they find leaves. They carry the leaves to their nest. Fungus grows from the leaves and the ants eat the fungus. Honeybees work together too. One queen bee lays all the eggs, and the female worker bee cares for the bee larva. First, they look for food. They make honey from nectar, and they give honey to the bee larva. They keep the honey, and honey comes inside the hive. The worker bees also clean the hive. Some minibees, like earthworms and ants, live underground and others live in water. Dragonflies lay their eggs in the leaves in the water. Their larvae live underwater. Snails carry their home on their backs, so they can live in many different places. Land snails live in deserts, mountains, forests, and gardens. Marine snails live in the ocean. It only eats sea plants and is a type of wilk. Lots of minibees make nests. Some wasps make nests from wasp paper. They make wasp paper from wood and saliva. The queen wasp lays eggs in the nest. The nest has lots of small rooms for wasp larvae. Wasps attack the other animals to protect their nest. For example, a wasp steals honey from the honeybee's hive and kills honeybee's larvae. Spiders have 2 body parts and 8 legs. They have 6 or 8 eyes. All the spiders can make silk. They use the silk to make webs. Insects fly into the web and the spider eats the insect. Some spider hunts. The wolf spider hides in leaves, then jumps out and catches insects, mice, and frogs. It digs its tunnel and is nocturnal too. Spiders can only drink liquid food. It bites an animal with the poison that the animal liquid inside. Then the spider drinks the liquid. Some minibees can sting. The part that can sting is called stinger. A wasp and an ant can sting again and again. A bee can only sting once, then it dies. This is a stinger of the queen moth. It's only about 0.2 millimeters. Other animals can bite. Some spiders have a poisonous bite and the other animals can die from this poison. A person can die from a bite of a black widow spider. It's very dangerous. Some eaters can make people sick. They can bite people and give them disease. Mosquitoes can give very bad disease called malaria, Zika virus, and yellow fever. Mosquitoes are very not good for humans. This is a Cheshire fly. In Africa, it makes sleeping sickness. When they got sleeping sickness, you can't stimulate and die. Some honeybees make problems for farmers. Locusts are a type of a grasshopper and eats lots of food crops. Some honeybees make problems in our homes. Some moths is clothes and some beetles is food. But some honeybees are good for farmers. Ladybug and praying mantis is lots of athletes. Honeybees are very good food for the other animals. Fish, frog, bats, and birds eat honeybees. Even human eats honeybees. Insects help plants grow. A bee goes to the first flower, then the pollen sticks to your body. Then the bee goes to the second flower, then the pollen falls onto the second flower. The flower uses this pollen to make seeds. Then a new plant grows. This is called pollination. Earthworms have soil and plants. When they move through the soil, they let air and water in. Plant roots need air and water. Bees give us honey and silkworms give us silk. Silkworms make silkworm cocoons when they become pupa. So people use silkworm cocoons to make silk fabric. The end.
자, 한번 Q&A 할게요.
Okay.
What is